Hello class, we're going to go ahead and start our next unit, statistics, okay? We're going to fill out this chart first. So I will be able to identify statistical questions. Can you do that? Have you heard of statistical questions or you have no idea, okay? Pause the video, fill in the chart. Now that you have filled in the chart, we're going to take a look at what a statistical question is, okay? So let's first of all figure out statistics. It's collecting, organizing, and interpreting information and data. Okay, so that means we're going to take a bunch of numbers and we're going to make sense of it. Okay, so to do that, we need a statistical question. And its definition is a question that anticipates a variety of answers based on data. So what that means is we're looking for three real things. Okay, answered by a collection of data. So you're going to ask lots of people. So there's going to be lots of answers. Okay, and then expects variability, that means we're going to expect different answers. Okay, so this first one is just saying that I have to ask a lot of people. I have to get a lot of information. Okay, the next one means that they actually have to be different answers. Okay, and then can visually display using a graph. That just means you can put it on a graph. Okay, so let's look at one. How many minutes do sixth grade students typically spend on homework each week? Okay, this is statistical because somebody could tell me 5 hours, someone could tell me half an hour, someone could tell me 10 hours. Okay, and I can ask lots of people this question, right? Over here. How much time did Conrad spend on his homework last night? It's talking about one night and one person. So only Conrad, we can only answer this about Conrad. Let's say he spent 1 hour last night. That's it. There's no other answer for what happened with Conrad last night. Okay? How many hours does a typical person spend watching TV? A lot of times typical is a big keyword there. Okay, so if I'm asking someone in the junior high, they might say 2 hours. If I ask a little kid, they might say 1 hour. If I ask an adult, they might say 4 hours. Okay, and maybe another student said 3. So notice just right there, my made up people, I have lots of different answers and I can ask lots of different people. Okay, what's the height of the tallest mountain in Colorado? It's talking about one mountain. Only one mountain. Okay, if I can only talk about one mountain, there's a right and a wrong answer. Okay, so pause the video, try out these 4 at the bottom of my page and in the middle of your page. If they are not statistical, give me a reason why they're not statistical. Now that you have done that, let's take a look at number 1. Who was the first president of the United States? I hope you said not. Okay, and the reason is we know who it is. It's a fact. There's not another answer to go there. Okay, let's look at number 2. How much time do students in my school spend on the internet each night? Well, I could ask one person, they said 1 hour. I could ask another right now with remote, they probably included their whole day, so they probably spent 5 or 6 hours on there. Okay, so there's a couple different answers. So this one is a yes. Okay, all right, statistical. Okay, what is the height of the tallest water slide at Wild Rides Water Park? I hope you picked not, because there's only one ride. Only one can be the tallest. Okay, number 4. What are the cabin rental prices for each of the state parks in Kentucky? Well, there could be lots of prices and lots of parks. Okay, so it is a yes. Great. Okay. All right, so if we can come up with lots of different answers, it's statistical. If there is a right and a wrong answer, it is not statistical. Okay, let's go ahead and look at summarizing. Okay, to do this, there we go. We have to organize it a little bit first. And this is just a really simple organization to start it off. We'll do more organizing later. All right. So the data table, suppose you want to answer the statistical question, how many times does the typical middle school student exercise each month? Notice it uses the word typical. All right. There's lots of answers. Notice these are the answers we got. You survey students using the question, how many times each month do you typically exercise? Okay. And here's something we're going to put it in this table. Here's something I like to add, okay? I like to put a tally section. I'm going to do it in a different color. I'm going to do it in green. Okay, and what happens here is I'm going to put it together. So 14 would be more than 12. 12 will go here. 6 would be between 4 and 7. 2 is fewer than 4. Go ahead and fill out your chart with me. Oh no, Miss Muss made a mistake. That 4 has to go into, whoops, the 4 to 7. Okay, so let me check it over. Okay, so I was counting and I only have 10 here. Okay, so what I think happened is I think I forgot my 3. Okay, so let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, you don't have to use the tallies. I use them because sometimes if the lists are really long, I lose numbers. Okay, so what does have to go in here is my totals. So 4, 4, 1, and 2. Okay, and this is going to help me summarize my data. So I got to know how many people were surveyed, which I already counted so that I made sure I'll have all my data, but we'll go ahead for it. 8, 9, 10, 11. So there were 11 students total. Okay, so this was us organizing the data. Now we got to summarize the data, make an observation. Okay, so let's look at it. Most of the students, okay, surveyed typically exercise at least 8 times each month. So if we look at the 8 right here, I'll do this in red. Okay, if we look right here, there's only one person there. That is not most. Okay, so not A. Let's look at B. Most students surveyed typically exercise more than 7 times each month. Well, more than. Okay, so more than 7 is going to be closer to here and here. So I look, that's only 3 people. 3 people is not most out of 11. Okay, let's check out, we'll do blue. Most students surveyed typically exercise 7 or fewer times each month. So this is 7 to 4, so that's less than 7, and fewer than 4 is less than 7, so that's about 8 people. 8 out of 11, that only leaves 3 extra people. That one sounds pretty good to me. Let's see what my other option is. Exactly half of the students typically exercise 4 or more times each month. So that's here, here, and here, because 4 to anything over that would be included. So that's, let's see what that is. 4 plus 1 plus 2. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. That is not half of 11. Not exactly half, which we couldn't have gotten exactly half anyways because 11 is an odd number. Okay, so our best option here is C, and that's just a statement we can make looking at the chart. Okay, I could have said that few students exercise 8 or more times because I only have 3 people. That would be another thing I could say. All right, there's lots of observations. We were just picking the best out of the choices we had. right? We will practice more later. Have a great day.